Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is going to be about resolutions. With New Year's coming up, I thought it would be a timely topic. So many of us make resolutions at this time of year because there's a new year starting and there's things that we meant to do this year that we didn't get to, goals that we had or desires that we had that have not manifested. So therefore we put these resolutions on us to improve our quality of life or health or whatever it is. The most common one is to lose weight. People have resolutions to quit smoking, quit drinking, maybe be nice to themselves, nicer to themselves, or nicer to other people. The lists go on and on and on. So I thought I would give you a few little tips to make the resolutions stick a little more, because quite honestly, I just read a study that says 9% of people keep their resolutions throughout the year. So let me start by saying that I am not really a big believer in resolutions done at this time of year, and I'm going to give you the reasons why. I think that if you want to make a change in your life, you can make a change on February the 2nd or June the 17th or October the 28th. It doesn't matter. When you resolve to make these resolutions, I think that they can be done at any time of the year. But because historically and traditionally they've been done this time of year, that's fine too. Like, I'm never going to say it's bad for someone trying to improve their health or personal life at all. So any attempts are, appreciated, I'm sure, by everybody. So, a few things to keep in mind is that I want you to not make resolutions that are not feasible. So, a lot of people make these, grand resolutions that, or a couple of them, they'll make like five, six, maybe 10 resolutions, and they're really unattainable. It's really unrealistic to think that you're going to change all of these aspects at once in your life. So, the best thing to do is to take one goal. It doesn't matter how big or how small it is. Take one goal, something that's realistic that you think is not so overwhelming, and pick that for now. So you start off with that one goal, no matter how big or small. And then once you get into the groove of that goal, whether let's say it's going to the gym. So once you get into the groove of that goal, then a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, and they say it takes like 90 days to make something a habit. So 3 months from now, when you've gotten in the groove and you're back at the gym and everything's going great and you're really on this routine and feeling good and looking good and everything feels great, then you can go to another small goal. Like I said, it doesn't have to be New Year's Eve to make all these drastic changes in our life. And that's why people fail. So, another thing that you want to do is you want to plan. So, you want to plan a little bit ahead. You don't want to be stuck like New Year's Day going, oh, I'm supposed to be on this diet now and I haven't done any grocery shopping. So, to hell with it all. That type of thinking. So, you want to start planning now to make whatever the changes are that you're going to be making for your resolution. So whatever it is, little small steps to make this change. That you're not stuck on New Year's Day going, well, I didn't prepare and I didn't do this. I have a saying that I always say to people when I was doing nutrition and especially with weight loss. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And that can apply for everything. So you have to have a plan in place. You have to be ready for whatever day you've decided that you're going to start this resolution. You have to be ready ahead of time. You can't be scrambling. That's another reason a lot of people fail. And you can carry that on to the whole new year throughout, the next coming months for your resolution. Always, always plan ahead. If you're going to be somewhere where maybe you don't have, your support for whatever it is that you're trying to do, always make sure that you do. And you will be far more successful in your resolution. Another thing that we do is that there's two things that you can sort of do depending on your personality. So one thing that I suggest to people is to tell, not everybody, unless you want to, but tell a few key people in your life to support your goal. So maybe let your partner know, let your family know, let your kids know, whatever, let them know whatever it is that you're resolving to make a change in your life. And always tell people that are going to be supportive. Don't tell anybody that's going to be like, oh, I knew you couldn't do it, or oh my God, I've heard that 10 million times. Like, you want to tell someone that's supportive, kind of like a buddy, to have to urge you on and, give you praise and really help you and support you along the journey. And I personally, when I make these changes, I always feel that I'm more successful when I tell other people. It's like you want to be held accountable for something. You want to have a goal and be accountable. When I did do nutrition and especially working with people with weight loss, I saw over 3 years working at a weight loss clinic, many people want to be held accountable. So there's some people that don't, but many people do. They want to tell somebody, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this, and they want to be held accountable, and it helps them with their goals. Again, it doesn't have to be weight loss. It could be, smoking, drinking, whatever it is that you're doing, or maybe not letting people walk all over you, becoming more spiritual, spending more time in nature, spending more time with your kids, spending less time on your phone, whatever it is. So find somebody or a support team that will support you, and maybe they'll ask for you to support them back, or you could be like a resolution buddy and do that. But somebody positive, someone's not going to kick you if you mess up. Somebody really positive that can, and you can support each other. Like many people, when they join the gym, they bring their friends all along, and their friends support them. I personally do not like these people at the gym because that's less, machines for me when you're all standing around talking. But that's my own pet peeve. But I do think it's great when people support each other. So support is really, really important when we're trying to make changes in our life. And some people, on the other hand, that I was going to mention, don't want to tell anybody. And that's fine too. That's a personal thing. Some people just do it on their own and, want to do things on their own, and that's totally fine. But if the thinking is that I'm not going to tell anybody because I'm going to mess up, then you will probably mess up. So go into it with a positive mindset, and that, believing that you're going to reach these goals and you're going to enjoy doing these things. And that's another thing. Like, don't make goals that's going to make you miserable. If it's going to make you completely miserable to, for example, never to have meat again, and you feel like it's going to be miserable because you're giving up such a thing. I mean, you could try it, and when you see how you feel, and you see you feel different, you feel healthier, you look different, whatever it is, you're saving money, whatever the reason is, you might be, wow, like I thought this was going to be really bad, and I actually really feel better and I can do this. And that's one thing. But if you're miserable and you're trying to do something and it's making you miserable, give it a shot. Always give these things a shot, because again, it takes 90 days for change to form a new complete habit. But give these things a shot. But if you're really completely miserable and you know like I said, go back to the first tip. Pick something attainable. Pick something that doesn't overwhelm you. Pick something small. And then once that goal is reached and you're in the groove of that goal, there is nothing wrong with going on to your next goal. Whatever next goal is less like freaking you out that you want to attempt. And when you see that you can attempt these goals and that you're overcoming these obstacles, it's really going to inspire you to keep going and to pick something else to make a change for, or, better yourself. And again, there is nothing wrong with wanting to better yourself. I have so much respect for people that do. And it's an ongoing thing in our lives that we're never going to get to a point where we're perfect mentally, spiritually, maybe physically for some, but for many not. So, I mean, you're never going to get to a point where you're going to be perfect all around. So it's holistic, right? So we're always going to need to work on ourselves for the better. And again, much respect to those of you that do, because it's so important to keep our mind, body, and spirits healthy. So I hope these things helped you out a little bit, and I want to wish you a very happy new year. And if you need any help with any goals or any advice or any, find a buddy, find a good buddy that's going to support you through this journey. And I wish you all the best, all the well luck. I will see you in the new year. See you next year. Be well, take care, and I will talk to you soon.